Good morning everyone, happy January 31st, last day of the month. I swear this month has felt like it was a million years long. I just got out of my 8 a.m. It is 9 o'clock and in my car obviously, but I have been dying to start this vlog because of everything that happened yesterday. So I have quite the story time for you guys, so sit back, relax, grab some water or coffee or a snack because I'm gonna make this as short as I can, but yesterday was just quite the series of unfortunate events. Okay, so if you did not know, or if you remember from my last vlog, yesterday was January 30th, it was a Tuesday, and I had Meet the Firms yesterday, which if you don't know is basically just this event that Beta Alpha Psi, which is a accounting fraternity, puts on here at Alabama, and I'm sure it's at other schools as well. And it's basically where a bunch of different accounting firms, pretty much regionally for the most part, a couple of others that are just like in Birmingham or other places like that, and then all the big four come, and it's basically like, kind of like a career fair where you just like go up and pitch yourself and let them know like what you're looking for, whether it's an internship, a job, or whatever it is. If you watch my vlogs often, then you know that Tuesdays are pretty hectic for me as well as Thursdays. Tuesdays I have to work in the econ lab from 12 to 2, and then I have class from 2 to 3:15, and then class from 3:30 to 4:45. So we're gonna start this story off around 11 o'clock when I was getting ready for Meet the Firms. This is definitely the minor of the problems, but I just have to throw it in there because it just makes the story better. So it was really cold yesterday, and basically I was originally planning on wearing what I wore to my Delta Sigma Pi interview last Friday, which was just like a black dress and a tan blazer and flats. But it was really cold, so I was like, oh, I don't really want to do that. So I said I wasn't gonna do that. And I get my second outfit out. Keep in mind, I have 2 pairs of black business, like formal wear pants, and I pull out my pair of pants that don't really attract lint or anything, and I noticed they have a nice large hole on the inner thigh inseam, so that's great. And I grabbed the shirt that I'm gonna wear underneath my black jacket, and there is Tide Pod stains conveniently located on the 2 areas of the shirt that actually show when I have the jacket buttoned. So I was like, great, I can't wear this shirt because there are blue Tide Pod stains on it. So I have to resort to my other pair of black pants that attract lint like no other, and I spent like 10 minutes lint rolling them to get the lint on. And I stuck them on, and I just threw on a different shirt underneath my jacket, and the lint literally like didn't even come off. When I got in the sunlight to go print my resumes at Office Depot, I noticed how bad it still was, and I was like, I can't wear this, especially when I'm gonna be sitting in like chairs and stuff all day and getting more lint on me. So then I go home, I figure out an outfit, end up wearing a skirt and a jacket and a shirt. Works out great and everything, so outfit dilemma is out of the way. So after all this wardrobe malfunctioning, as I was getting ready, I definitely had a lot of nerves like before. Just thinking about Meet the Firms, it's my first real like career fair type event, and as you all know, like I've said in other vlogs, interviews give me a lot of anxiety. I told you all that I have a really shaky voice when I'm in sit down interviews, and it's just like stressful for me, and I don't know why. Like I'm not really as stressed out as I sound, but it's just really weird. So I was like, I want to find a way to like relax my nerves and calm down. Like I want to be prepping for this, but I don't want it to be like too overboard. So as I'm getting ready after all this wardrobe malfunction, I looked up on Google, you know, like TED Talks to watch before an interview. So 2 come up, and I just watched the first 2 that came up for the amount of time it took me to get ready. The first one I'm watching, it wasn't like giving you tips or whatever for during interviews. It was literally like not even related to interviews, but it was a concept you could apply to like interviews and everything. And basically it was about this guy who was locked out of his house like one night when he came home really late. He didn't have his keys, and it was like -20 degrees outside or -40 degrees outside or something like that, something crazy cold. and he had to go to Europe really early the next morning and catch a plane, and he couldn't get in his house, so he was trying to figure out like how he could get in his house because he couldn't call a locksmith because it would take forever in the middle of the night for them to get there and all this stuff. So the next morning rolls around and he eventually like got in his house or whatever, and he had told himself all night he could not forget his passport. The TED Talk was talking about how when we're stressed, our brains release cortisol, I believe. I could be wrong, I could have that completely wrong. But in stressful situations, that's what our brains release, and it kind of like impairs our thinking and just like our perception of where we place things and everything. So it was talking about that. He gets to the airport, realizes he forgot his passport, so he has to drive an hour back home to get his passport and then make it back by the time the plane leaves. Well, he gets back to the airplane and his seat has been taken by someone, and he has to sit in the very back of the plane, like next to the restrooms, for an 8-hour flight in a seat that can't recline. But he made it on the plane. And basically the whole entire TED Talk was just saying like, because our brains do this and our thinking and like perception of where we place things and our memory becomes impaired when we get placed in stressful situations, it's important to think of all the possible things that could like not necessarily go wrong, but all the roadblocks that could occur whenever you have something major coming up, and take preventative measures so that those things don't happen, like having a place in your house designated for your keys and they always need to be there, like that kind of stuff. I watched it, it was good. The other one after that was good, but didn't really like relate to my day any. So remember that, especially the taking preventative measures before doing something important part, like remembering where you place your keys. Just keep that in mind for the rest of this talk that we're gonna have. So fast forward to being done with the quiz. It's 4 o'clock, meet the firm starts at 5. I texted Griffin because I knew he was in the library that's like right by where my class was, and I was like, hey, what's up? I'm gonna come like sit with you and charge my phone because my phone was on like 5% and I needed some battery and everything. So I was like, I'm gonna come sit with you and charge my phone and wait on the soccer lot rocket to get here so I can get back to my car, because I didn't want to walk because I was in really uncomfortable flats and it was really cold and everything, and it's like a mile-long walk back to the parking lot. So I go into the library and I sit with him for a little bit, and I end up not taking the first bus. I end up taking the second bus instead because I would have been like really early to meet the firms if I would have taken the first bus, and I wanted to charge my phone a little bit more. And I was just eating a snack and drinking some like green tea real quick just to like get some caffeine in me. Griffin gave me his Xbox power cord the other day because he didn't want to be like playing it the past few days because he really needed to focus on like his schoolwork and everything, so he just didn't even want it to be there as a distraction, like have the option of playing it. So he gave me his power cord. Well, he asked me if he could have my apartment key so he could go and get it from my place while I was at Meet the Firm. So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So we were standing up and about to leave the library and go ride the bus whenever this happened. So I took off my apartment key, I gave it to him, and I had my keys in my hand and everything. And then we go ride the elevator down to catch the soccer lot rocket bus. So we ride the bus back to the parking lot. I get to my car, it's around like 4:45 at this point, so I have like time to get to Meet the Firms and everything. And I'm looking for my keys in my backpack and they aren't there. I searched my backpack like all the way through, they're not there. So I called Griffin like right after he had gotten to his truck and was about to leave the parking lot, and I was like, look, you need to take me to Meet the Firms. I don't know where my keys are, but they're not in my backpack. I never lose my keys. So he comes by and picks me up, and I get in his truck and I'm trying to figure out where Meet the Firms is because it said North Zone, and I was like, I don't know where that is because it didn't say like a building, it just said North Zone, and I was like, I don't really know what that means. So I was like texting people asking if they knew where North Zone was, and then like Julia told me, I'm pretty sure it's inside of Bryant-Denny Stadium, just in front of the Walk of Champions, but just like inside the building. And she said that she was like 60% sure that was where it was from what she had heard. So I was like, okay, I guess that's what I'm going with. Well, when I'm in the truck and I'm pulling out my portfolio that I hold my resumes in, I realized that I left my resumes in my car inside of the little paper box because I didn't want them to get ruined. I don't have my car keys, so I can't get to my resumes, and I'm not gonna go to Meet the Firms without my resumes. Griffin and I don't know what to do, so then we decide that we're going to trace our steps and we're gonna go back to the library and see if I left them in the library, even though we knew we were standing up and about to leave when I gave him my key. So we drive to the closest parking lot we can find to get to the library because you can't really park like near the library just the way it is on campus. So we just pulled into a parking lot that we like really weren't supposed to be in, but I just sat in the car and Griffin ran to go check for my keys in the library, and he called me and said they weren't in there. So I'm trying not to freak out at this point. I know, like, looking back, this really wasn't as bad as it seemed, but in the moment, it seemed like a catastrophe to me. So then he gets back in the truck, and we're like, we need to just trace down that bus. And I knew the bus was gonna stop running pretty soon because it was getting close to, you know, like nighttime, and like a lot of the buses just kind of stop running like once it gets dark. So I pull out the little tracking app, and I saw that there was like 20 minutes until the Soccer Lot Rocket bus would be back at the Soccer Lot parking lot. So then we go back to the Soccer Lot parking lot, and we're waiting on the bus for like 15 minutes. By this time it's around like 5:15ish, and we're waiting on the Soccer Lot bus to get there. So eventually the Soccer Lot bus gets there. Griffin runs up to the bus and he asks the bus driver where their keys left on here, and she like wasn't really giving him an answer. Apparently that's what he said, and then she was like, oh yeah, like I just dropped him off at the bus hub. So Griffin gets back in the car. Griffin gets back in the truck. We're relieved that we know where the keys are, because it would have been a pain to have to like pay to get a replacement key and everything for my apartment, my house, and my car. So we drive back to the bus hub. I go in and get my key. It's like every little thing that could have gone wrong went wrong. Especially once I got in Griffin's truck and realized that my resumes were in my car. Like that was the big kicker where I was like, oh crap. It's like all these things happened, but throughout the situation, there was one point where I just wanted to start crying, but I knew that I didn't need to do that and be dramatic and like freak out, because it would only make me more stressed out. So I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, you know what? At least I have my boyfriend here with me, and he is like going and running to the library, like literally physically running and doing these things for me, and I'm in my literal skirt and like the most uncomfortable shoes ever. So it would have been horrible if I was by myself having to do all of this, and I wouldn't have gotten it done in the time that he did, because I would have to take the bus places, and taking the bus places takes forever. So I was just sitting there thinking, you know, like I'm so grateful he's here with me and I'm not alone, and that he didn't have to be anywhere, and that he was able to go and do these things for me, and that we were able to like trace our steps super efficiently and all this stuff. I was also thinking I'm super thankful that I'm not a junior, because this Meet the Firms is crucial if you are a junior. Like you need to go, because you're about to like be getting your internship in the spring for like, especially for accounting, because like the Meet the Firms is for accounting majors pretty much, and you're about to go into your spring internship and then get your job out of that. So it's like really important that you go and you network with people and potentially get an internship. So I was telling myself, you know, at least I'm a sophomore and I still have like a lot more of these to go to. Like if I don't make it, it's okay. At the end of this, I was really exhausted. I had a really bad headache just from being stressed out. I did not eat enough yesterday, and it was just a mess. And I was like, you know, honestly, I just want to go home at this point, and it's already been going on for an hour. So what's the point? There's going to be really long lines to talk to like the big 4 firms, and I'm only going to be able to talk to the little ones in Birmingham that I don't really know anything about, that I didn't get to research or anything like that. So I was like, I should just go home and ditch out. And then I told myself, you know what? You've prepared for this all day long. You prepared for this some this weekend. You didn't prepare as much as you should have and could have, but you did prepare for this, and you are dressed for it. And despite the circumstances, you need to go, because if you just let all these bad things that happened have an impact on the remainder of your day, you're literally accepting the defeat. You're accepting the fact that everything didn't go right for you earlier, and you're not gonna do anything to turn it around and make it better. So I told myself, like, why would I do that? Like, you know what I mean? It's just accepting defeat. So that's my lesson out of it, is no matter how bad your day is going or how many things go wrong, 1,000,001 things could go wrong, but if you keep a good mindset and you stay positive and turn the negative thinking into positive thinking and be conscious of what you're thinking in the moment when bad things are happening, you can turn that 1,000,001 things around that went wrong to just being one really positive thing that went well that outweighed all the bad. I did not talk to as many firms as I wanted to. I had 9 on my list, but I did talk to, I think, the main ones that I was interested in, which was good. I didn't talk to all the big 4 firms. I was planning on it, but honestly, I just went to the ones that I knew the most about, which were PwC and EY. The first firm I went up to was Hillcorp, which is just like a firm in Houston, and I was like really shocked because I started talking to the lady and I didn't have a shaky voice. So I was like, this is amazing, it's a miracle, because you guys know, like, I was super self-conscious about that from my interview the other day, and I was just really worried, and it just makes you sound like very nervous and like unprepared, and I was just really worried that that was gonna happen at Meet the Firms, but I didn't have a shaky voice, and so it went well. I made the best connection with the firm that I think I'm most interested in, so that made me like really happy. And I just think it's crazy that like sit down interviews give me so much anxiety, but just because I'm like standing up and around other people, I'm like so much more confident and able to like be myself and everything. And it was just so nice. Like I really feel like I put my best foot forward, and I'm really happy with like how it went and everything. But like I said, keep in mind that moral of the story of my day that I told you all, because if my attitude would have been any different or more negative, my day would have gone completely differently, and I would have missed out on so many amazing opportunities and networking with so many amazing people. So keep that in mind. That was 23 minutes of talking, and I cannot wait to edit it. Yay. I'm gonna head home now. I have a lot of work to do in terms of school and studying and sending follow-up emails and all that stuff, so I gotta get home. So I took Ella on a nice long walk on the river, and I just got a package. It is my Parabo press print. I love the packaging it comes in, so cute. I think I talked about it the other day, but it's where I get all these square prints that look the same. They're like 4x4s. Super cheap. All you do is pay for the shipping, so it's like $8 or $10 to get 25 4x4 prints. I get them hung up on these cork boards and then some over here. Hi guys, so I hung up some pictures and it's around noon now. I don't know where the day is going, and I've just been sending like follow-up emails and doing like applications and all that kind of stuff, so I haven't really been doing anything too exciting, but I'm about to get started on doing some just like homework type of things. I want to get like the tangible stuff done, and then I'm going to start studying. I have so many tests next week, so I really need to get on top of that, and then I have class at 5. This is the finished product of the pictures. I think they turned out so good. Like I love the way they look now that they're full with pictures, and I still have a bunch of pictures left over here somewhere right here, and I'm going to be putting those like all throughout there, and then I might add one more row to my picture wall over there. So I just got to campus and I'm about to walk to class. I'm thinking about stopping by Starbucks. I've been addicted to getting just like the plain peach green tea lately. It's so good, but I know I probably shouldn't get it because I know it has a little bit of caffeine in it. So I don't know what to do, but I have extra time, so it probably is gonna happen. Hey guys, so it's around 8 o'clock. I ate dinner like 30 minutes ago. I had that cauliflower pizza from Trader Joe's, and I just put some sauce and a little bit of cheese on it, and it was so good. It does like still have quite a bit of calories, and I did eat the whole pizza because I was starving and haven't eaten much today, but there's like nowhere near as many carbs. There's like not really any sugar in it since it's like mainly made of cauliflower, so it was really good. I have been MIA from the vlog because I just have like a lot going on right now in terms of really everything: school, extracurriculars, YouTube. I mean, like literally, like there's so much going on right now, and just like figuring out like future internships and everything. I'm just like doing a lot, so I'm trying to be as productive as I can. I feel like I haven't done anything today like productive, but literally like I've done so much. I read a chapter of OM. I did my entire personal code of ethics, which is like typing out like 6 mini paragraphs basically, which like didn't take long, but I wanted it to be good, so like it took long. And I finished my computer science project. So I have done quite a bit, and I think I did more than that too. I just don't even remember at this point, but today's felt really long. Oh, and I've edited my vlog, like for the most part. Like I edited the really long part of me talking earlier today, so like I didn't have to worry about it tonight, thank God. And I also got my follow-up emails done and a few like applications for things, so I've done quite a bit today. I'm about to read accounting because she said to read it before class because it would make a lot more sense. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do some practice problems for accounting. And let's see, I want to go to bed around 10 so I can go to the gym in the morning. So I will probably, yeah, I'll have time to get everything done. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit. Hey guys, so it's around 9 o'clock now, and I ended up not doing like as much schoolwork. I did read through 38 slides of accounting, which is a lot. So I got that done and responded to some more emails and stuff, and I think I'm going to edit this vlog or finish editing it and go ahead and upload it, and then take my makeup off, shower and stuff, and call it a night. I just want to say thank you guys for watching this vlog, especially if you made it to the end and listened to my insane story earlier. I will see you guys in my next vlog. I think I might try to vlog tomorrow, but I'm not really sure yet. It's another busy day for me, but I might try and vlog. Subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you like seeing the vlogs, and be sure to follow me on all my social media, link down below as well. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.